I don't know what to do for this intro because I'm just too excited to be playing Sparrow today in the new 36.1 rework for Sparrow. It's insane. She gets 2.8 attack speed per level, basically making her just like Grim and Murdoch. Of course, there are some key differences, but boy, the math behind her is solid. So here is my build for her, and I hope that you enjoy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the My Hero Building Guide series. I am Sylphin. If you want to just take a look at the deck where we go into it into more detail, head on over to the end of the video. That's where we're going to do it. But for now, a brief overview. Blink Charm, you're going to get that pretty darn soon. Get it, save it for the whole game, and then you finally, the very last card, you replace the Blink Charm just so that you're an epic, amazing DPS hero. It's nuts. Sword of the Altar, a little bit of lifesteal. Other than that, pretty standard. So very first off, we're going to go for a cast token and a healer token so we can really sustain here in lane. So ladies and gentlemen, just so happens we have a mirror matchup here in this match, but hopefully that really doesn't mean very much. So the very first ability I'm going to go for is Hail of Arrows, just so I can push these lanes and actually kind of make something happen here. I'm going to actually go and help out our steal here. Let's see if we can secure a kill here, maybe a little bit. Ah, I could have dove in there, maybe just a little bit, and gotten that kill, but maybe not too early. Actually, I definitely should have, because we do have the healer token. So the very first cards here, cast token and the healer token, just so you can take those few hits and totally just sustain off of it. So it works really well. I very much choose to do that, and that also helps on the equipment slot part of the build, so I definitely recommend healer token and cast token. Why we get Hail of Arrows, just so we could push this lane a little bit more, and kind of just be a bigger nuisance, and just so we can push this lane here. I'm gonna actually attack this rampage here. I really want to pressure him out of this lane, as this is the time to do it. So I'm going to try to get these last hits. That is what you're going to want to do. You want to be the carry that gets these last hits and is super powerful. And of course I missed that one there. But that is okay. And I'm going to actually hit this rampage twice here. Oh, very nicely done! Rampage! Nicely done! Oh, I'm not even mad. The second ability we get is definitely Relentless. Obviously, there in that before, Relentless would have been much better for us attacking that rampage, but Hail of Arrows, I think, is definitely going to be what you want to push the lane, make stuff happen here, and just try to do as much damage to that tower as possible. I'm not really going to. Am I going to help him? Yeah, sure. Let's help him here. I do have the healer token, so oh, there's a Serath though. Dodging the rock, and I think we're dead. Yeah, she's gonna die for it. She should be diving for it. I think so. Okay, so a little bit aggressive. We don't have wards. Looks like the this steal here did not go for the typical, you know, order start with the Mender's File, Shepherd's File. But anyways, so here in this lane, you're just trying to play somewhat aggressive, trying to get the tower, trying to poke down the enemy hero, but hey, we're trying. So Relentless, what Relentless does, it's a consecutive attacks within 3 seconds deal an additional 3% of your bow shot basic damage. So it scales with your damage. The more damage you have, the more your passive works. And I actually can't see the enemy jungler here, being so low health. We're gonna have to be kind of careful here. Hopefully this Rain of Arrows gets those last hits, as it does. So the passive is a huge part of Sparrow. Arguably, maybe not as much as it should be, unfortunately, but it's still quite effective. And you'll see that it can add up pretty damn quick. Now, the last ability we got was Piercing Shot. What this does is it's a okay. He has his rock there, but he's just juking us out here. Yeah, he's duking us out. So what it does, it's a long-range shot of 2,500 unit range that pierces through anything. It really pierces through anything, except obviously a steel shield wall. But what the thing you have to know about it is, though, is that it charges up. So if you charge it up for 2 seconds, then it deals that maximum damage. And only then. So you do have to charge it up, and you do need to... I'm going to hit that rampage just once, twice. Ooh, there you go. There's that juking in and out that you really want to do here. I'm going to save my Hail of Arrows for when the minion wave is out of the lane here, just so we can push this lane nice and hard here. There we go. So that's pretty much her base kit. Those are her abilities, and obvious synergies are the Hail of Arrows. What the Hail of Arrows does is it actually procs your passive, and since it hits every quarter second or every half second, I'm not sure exactly how often it ticks, but it's pretty damn fast. So if you can get a good Hail of Arrows off on a target that is stunned, it's huge. It is huge. You can really make stuff work. Your ability to get those passive stacks off on a stunned enemy, like we have Steel on our team, we have Rampage, we have Countess with her ultimate. It's going to be very strong. So we're going to have to think about using Hail of Arrows on a target that is stunned, so that we can get those passive stacks up very nice and quick. And damn, I missed both of those. Just so that we can do that passive damage and have just be a monster. Just be a monster. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much Sparrow. You can, I suppose, use your a piercing shot. I want to say that piercing shot actually I don't think that would have hit me. Anyways, I don't think your piercing shot actually procs your passive, but hey, it's there. So we're gonna do this here. Put that Hail of Arrows down. Make sure that our passive gets stacked really super quick. We're gonna get this gold buff, which you should be getting as often as possible, and pushing this lane, getting those last hits. Steel, what you doing? Ah, yes. Good, so I forgot about it. And we should be getting these camps as well. Very nice. And we have our ultimate. She is the only ranger with an AoE capability, a real AoE capability, simply because you can use your ultimate and then you shoot out side arrows. Oh, so close. So here, this Sparrow's doing this here. I'm actually going to use my ultimate. She stood in my Hail of Arrows, though. And, okay, so she did a much better job there. And now I'm dead from the Seraph. So, overextended, was greedy, and we paid for it. So that is what her ultimate does. Piercing triple bow shots for 7 seconds. Side arrows deal 50% bow shot damage. But though that damage does increase when you level up the ability, so it's going to go 50, 60, 70% bow shot damage. But the thing is, it pierces. So 3 arrows that pierce through enemies. If we had a decker with a fence, we would totally be able to, fence them in and then just totally annihilate everybody. It's nuts, and it's a great ultimate to use to secure just hits on an enemy to make sure that your passive, ticks away and is actually being applied, and of course, just to deal damage. So deal secured raw damage. When you're upgrading your abilities, I think you should upgrade your passive the most, but in that early game, if the lane's not necessarily going too well, you can upgrade your Hail of Arrows once, just because it does double the damage. It does double the damage of that ability when you upgrade it once. So you certainly can do that if you would like, but I think your passive is going to pay off a little bit. The passive, I mean, it does naturally, I suppose, not synergize very well with it doesn't synergize very well with the fact that you're a carry and you don't have that much damage. Steal. I didn't think you'd be able to do that. So there we go, baby. I'm gonna put this with my ultimate here. Damn it. No. Okay, so that was unfortunately a misread. That could have gone much better. I'm gonna have to say sorry. That was my misplay for sure. So I mean, we Steel and I synergize very well. Decker and I would Steel even would be even better. But unfortunately, we didn't have that. So I need to pay much better attention to those stuns. I need some help here as just kind of being in this lane here, getting these kills. All right, so come on, Steel. There we go, baby. That's what I was looking for. And now we're going to go for, I don't see any enemies although, but we do have good wards. So I'm gonna try to we're thinking here, saving that hail of arrows for that moment when that Sparrow is going to be stunned, so we can get those passive stacks on and deal that crazy damage. So ooh, rampage. There we go. I think this is the moment now. There we go, baby. I definitely could have done a little bit much better of a job there, but I'm just dead here from the Serath because she's going to. Okay. Should I go back? Should I go back? Should I go back? Yeah, I'm gonna push my passive here. Oh, right in midair. Oh, baby. Love it, love it, love it. Oh. There's a rock there. And I am dead! Oh! Steel went the wrong way. Dodged. And hopefully that is... Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. There you go. So, we're being pretty aggressive. So, I mean, Sparrow can do good amounts of damage now, and I think that if you play her smartly, I think like in situations like that, you can turn the tables around on enemies pretty quickly now with that increased attack speed. It works really well. So I'm gonna stay on my way right lane. I don't really want to be out here like this, but somebody is. Okay, I'm gonna say be right back. Countess is going there. I need to get health. Spend this card power. So. We got our Windy Carver Blade first, just because our sport's going to be with us for those wards, but then you have to go into the Sage's ward. Next is the Blink Charm, because, oh boy, we need it. Obviously, you've seen a couple times where we definitely could have used it already. Next card is this Wind Cover Blade. Unfortunately, we don't have a CP. Oh, we're so close! So, I don't like sitting here waiting for a little bit of card power, but it's so damn important for us to get that, so... is this healer token going to actually really be useful? There we go. Yeah, I didn't have to wait too long. They're in the sixth slot for a whole bunch of minor casts. Alright, so obviously that Blink Charm is going to be amazing for us here. And let's see. Okay. Think we could have gone in there. The Countess was on her way. Oh, no, she wasn't. Okay. Well... a little bit late to that party. I had to defend our tier 1 there. Tier 2, rather, getting hit. So, at this point, we're going to have pretty good wave clear, so we can definitely take these no problem. And I'm just going to wait here for our Rampage to get in position. I'm going to do this. Okay. So, that Blink Charm, absolutely needed. Sparrow has no mobility, no slow, no anything to help her get out of harm's way. Before on Legacy with travel mode, you could at least throw a piercing shot down on an enemy that's heading your way to get them out of travel mode, but there's not even that anymore. So unfortunately, you're pretty much SOL. I'm being... oh, they're like right there. There we go. Now it's time to retreat. I do have that blink charm, so we can kind of play into that a little bit, but I'm definitely not going to be stupid here as a carry. I hope. Alright, so yeah. Hit her. Yeah. Oh. Gotta remember that I'm waiting for that hail of arrows to go down. Oh, and so one thing, your hail of arrows works very nicely to eliminate wards. But just however many times it ticks, you need to actually hit it once with your basic attack, and then your hail of arrows, will kill it. So I would like to be farming right now, but I'm gonna stay with the two people that are going to be amazing for me. You guys aren't really positioning here to protect me, which is what I need. I need those last hits too. All right. So I'm thinking, when is that moment to put down the hail of arrows to then go into my basic attacks, and then, pop my ultimate after that to continue those relentless stacks, or in the steel ultimate. That's perfect time for my hail of arrows into my ultimate to really secure those. Yeah, to really secure that damage, which is just monstrous. So that steel's getting a little bit cut out. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. Maybe trying to be a little bit aggressive here, but he should be fine. He's steel. So, all right. So this is pushed in the right direction now. I'm going to stay on my way. I don't want to go. You have to position carefully as Sparrow, even though we do have that blink charm. Here we go, baby. Yep, so there we go. I'm gonna do this into my ultimate here, just to really secure that. So there we go. I don't want to use my blink charm just yet. I'm gonna use it now. I'm gonna turn around. Here we go. There's my hail of arrows. Although that rampage really is not. Ah, no, the Countess! Uh-oh. I'm just dead, eh? Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So, odd engagement kind of people. I'm kind of going everywhere, but I was trying to stay back. I have fighter genes in my blood. I want to be like right in front of people. So it's really hard for me to stay back. I think I did a pretty good job there. So we're gonna fill this Windcarver blade and go into our next card. So our next card there is a Rift Mage's Scepter with mostly damage, which is a teeny weeny bit of crit. We are saving that that card for later, so that is why there's kind of a on the agora.gg link, which there is going to be more of now. You'll see there's 1 point crit, there's 1 point crit, and then 2 strikes. So that's why, just so that we're making that's very mathematically correct, this build for her, with just actually a little bit less attack speed, which I know sounds maybe weird given a hero that, scales, her passive scales obviously much better than with crit than anything else. So just because I want that damage to actually go into her passive a little bit more, just because it's scaled off of her damage. Although it's applied with the attack speed, I want to focus maybe that damage a little bit, just to make sure that when we do hit, that passive does hurt. So I got this buff here. There's not really much happening. I could group mid. I'm gonna say on my way mid. I'm gonna say my ultimate is ready. Group mid again. That steel ultimate is what we want to focus on. Oh, there we go. There we go. So I'm gonna use my ult. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Yes, there we go. Use my blink charm to get out of that way there. That was fantastic. Oh, okay. So, shit. That's one dead me. Yup. So we should have gone back. We should have gone back. Try to help out those people that were retreating there. That was pretty bad. Great engagement, but unfortunately, that didn't work out. Damn, that was really quite unfortunate. Maybe use my blink charm a little bit early there. So read that a little bit better. After this Rift Mage Scepter, we're going into the first 9-point card, the Whirling Wand. I played a bit with this build this morning, and yeah, no, we're going to go into that simply because it's going to give us the most power as soon as possible and increase our damage. Now that we have a good amount of power with just a wee bit of attack speed, this what we do get now in this attack speed will be very, very nice to increase our DPS. One small tip, I always recommend to keep the next card of your build in mind and how much CP it is. So right now I'm like, okay, 9-point card coming on. You know, if I am to return back through 9-point card with 3-2-1, which arguably having 2-2-2 is a little bit better. But again, the math, I wanted that to work out, so that's why. Keep that in mind when you are when you're out on the battlefield, just so that your CP collection and when you return to base is very efficient, and you can do stuff. So, oh shit. Okay, I don't want to go down there. That is not a good position for me to be in. And we are still Sparrow, even though we have a Blink Charm. Still can't be stupid. Still can't be stupid. Okay. Unfortunately, that degenerated pretty quickly. I can't be the engaging factor here. I can't. You can't be the one engaging, for obvious reasons. But nobody is trying to flank. Okay, this is fairly good. We need wards though. I do have one, but yeah. So that I'm gonna say on my way to left lane. Retreat. On my way left lane. On my way left lane. I should be the one here. I need the farm, Countess. I need the farm. I am your carry. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can do that. And that's just kind of the general strategy, guys. Another tip, I guess. You want to be getting these side lanes pushed in the right direction. Make sure that they are, you know, your minion wave is beating the enemy's minion wave, and then you just group mid, try to win a team fight, and then you know, then after that, then you can split push, or if my team gets a superb engagement, or just simply you know, can keep the enemy preoccupied, then I can simply just split push here and try to make something happen. But no, the Seraph was heading my way. There's a steal. I'm not actually too worried about the steal. Hello, steal. No, you're not really gonna be able to do too much. Sorry, steal. The Seraph is coming though. Oh, the Rampage is coming. So this could be a little bit of an engagement. Again, he's not gonna really be able to do too much. Yeah, so that was completely fine. I wanted to see if my team could get a good engagement off, and then I would obviously would have been able to get that tower, but no. Rangers, obviously, high basic attack damage, are fantastic at clearing towers. Good split pushers, but also they do that damage for your team, so unfortunately, there you go. So there's a 9-point card. We're going to go into the Whirling Wand. A good amount of attack speed. This is going to amplify our DPS now a ton. A ton. So it's very, very exciting. So you have some pretty good wave clear. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. It's crazy. You can use your ultimate. It is on a fairly low cooldown here at level 3, so you can actually use it fairly often to actually make some pretty good stuff happen. Unfortunately, I was not there for some key moments there as the enemy got a few kills, and unfortunately I was trying to maybe split push, rely on my team there to just kind of, they barreled down the mid lane, but unfortunately got a little too greedy and had the tables reversed on them, so that was quite unfortunate. I'm going to get this. Oop, oh, there's a steal. I'm going to say I need some help here. We're going to see if the Seraph and I can make some magic happen. She doesn't have a stun to hold him in my hail of arrows. Don't even have enough mana for it, so we're going to. Do I use my blink charm to to... No, no. So, that was okay, but as you can see, look at that damage. Just crazy here. In a short amount of time. She is actually fairly bursty all of a sudden. She has turned into a fairly bursty hero, which is very, very cool, given that attack speed. All right, here we go. We got an engagement. Nobody's following up, though. There's my chance. Here we go. Oh, no mana for my ultimate. Oh, very nice. Focus down the ult. Look at that. Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Are you serious? Oh, baby. There we go. There is that potential. Those stuns are so good now for Sparrow. That passive can really, really work nicely. Oh my goodness. It is so damn good. So good. Look at this enemy Sparrow melting our melee heroes here. Like, providing us with good frontline. Don't let her get her passive up too much. Okay. Take a few hits from a minion wave, and apparently you're just all dead. So, who isn't dead for the enemy team here? I'm going to be a little bit greedy here. I'm going to continue my farm just a moment here. Look at this damage, and we're not even... Oh, don't even have this 12 card power spent. Wow. So, after this Whirling Wand, we're going into our crit. We need some more crit before we go for Sword of the Elder. So Spear of the Rift Runner here. Rift Hunter. I would say Spear. Rift Runner for some reason. Replaces this for all of that. And then we go into Sword of the Altar here. And almost able to... Oh, actually no, we do. Oh, I'm not sure what I was thinking there. And then we're going to go into more crit just to amplify what we are already doing. So this Spear of the Rift Hunter replaces our Sage's Ward here, because now we just want that damage. There you go. I'm gonna go into the wound just to make sure that we have that crit chance going like mad. And oh boy, now it's nuts. We still have that Blink Charm. We're saving, pardon me, we're saving that Blink Charm as long as possible, because that's what's going to keep you alive. Make those plays. I have a 397, 397, 397, 397. Oh my goodness. And we still have another card with a fairly significant amount of power on it. So, yeah. That's a thing. It is Sparrow's back, baby. Sparrow's back. All right, so I'm getting the feeling something's gonna happen here. Apparently not. All right, so we have almost 60 card power. Almost get the last card. Get rid of our Blink Charm, and then we become just this unyielding, just crazy damage monster. Like, that's just what we become. Ooh, steal. Okay, so here's the engagement. I'm not liking how it's starting here. Okay. Alright, so got caught out, trying to rotate, trying to make things happen. Enemy team just did a better job there. That sucked. Damn. We do have 10 card power. So, can go back. What can we do, though? We do have numbers disadvantage. So, when you have numbers disadvantage, guys, you just want to be... Oh, no. Steal ultimate. Steal ultimate. Okay. When you have numbers disadvantage, just be defending, be, you know, getting your lanes pushed in the right directions, and just kind of play it safe. You don't really want to do anything stupid here, because the numbers disadvantage can be compounded in the wrong way very, very quickly. So I'm gonna have to stay here, push the 1, 2 of the enemy, 3 of the enemy. So yeah, we're good here. Put this down and get this cleared in the right direction very quickly here, and boom. Now we can go back, spend these 10 card points. All right, might be going into my death. Not sure. Let's see here. No. Okay. They do the smart thing because they know my wave clear like nobody's business. Now my ultimate has been used though, so let's see. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Good. Good, good, good. Good. There we go. Oh, nicely done. Boom, boom, boom. Can use my Blink Charm here. I'm actually going to use my Blink Charm. Ooh, oh, oh, Steel, watch out. Damn. Alright, maybe I should have gone along with my friendly team over there instead of going over for my Sparrow. But this does mean I can push this lane very quickly. Alright, hopefully our team there doesn't get picked on. But now the Steel, okay. Alright, so as you can see there, that is just kind of the thinking. Trying to play it safe, but make sure that your Hail of Arrows is ready for those key opportunities to get that stack and then just nuke down the enemy. So there you go, in Spear of the Rift Hunter, and then this Whirling One replaces our Blink Charm. So we are a walking powerhouse of insane damage. Insane damage. I think given how strong Sparrow is in the math department, I think, you know, this is going to be how to play her. I do. I think her potential for that damage is so good. It's just, it can't be, it can't be, you know, it can't be forgiven. So, there we go. Good. One thing, your Hail of Arrows does eliminate the enemy's thing there very, very quickly. Let's go and see. I don't have very much lifesteal, but I want to just see here. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, we can do it with barely any lifesteal. This is only 10% lifesteal. We got Prime Orb. So wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is just that's just evidence, ladies and gentlemen, of how strong this is. 550 damage. What is that? Almost twice every second. This is almost 800 DPS. On the math department, it is very nicely done, Steel. There we go. There, okay. So, hey, good job. That enemy Steel did a fantastic job. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. Exactly what's gonna take me out in this build. So I really can't. That's exactly the counter to this build with Sparrow. That's exactly the counter. So perfect example of exactly what not to do. There you go. I'm not sad about that at all, because I'm glad. I'm glad that you got to see that, because now you know exactly what destroys this build. There you go. So little bit of a showcase of the final build there on that Prime or on the Prime Guardian. Only 10% lifesteal, and we could still solo it. So you know what? I don't like the idea. Well, we'll talk more about the build later, but. Oh my god. Insane. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Warlord Prime card. I like that one. Oh, actually, you know what? I like this one, Archmages, just because structures, hopefully you are fighting over a tower. I think I just prefer that one. So cast token, healer token for that early game, definitely the best. I think sustain, staying alive, it serves the end game much better, which arguably, I mean, given how Monolith is right now, you don't really get there. We should be getting there. If, you know, I think Epic should be tweaking how much CP. Anyways, I think that serves the general MOBA strategy a little bit more than the Blink Charm, of course. But first, you get a Wind Carver Blade first, just to get that damage, because your support should be getting those wards. And then you get the Sage's Sword, whole bunch of minor cast, then into another Wind Carver Blade. At that point, before that Wind Carver Blade, really you get your Blink Charm whenever you need it. If you're behind, you get the Blink Charm right after that Wind Carver Blade. It's not very preferable, but really you get that whenever you need it. I would say Wind Carver Blade, Sage's Sword, Blink Charm, and then your Wind Carver Blade. After that, you get the Rift Mage's Scepter. After that, into this 9-point Whirling Wand. After that, into your Spear of the Rift Hunter, then into Sword of the Altar, then your last Spear of the Rift Hunter, and then your Whirling Wand. So final build is the Spear of the Rift Hunter, Spear of the Rift Hunter, Whirling Wand, Sword of the Altar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this Rift Mage's Scepter. That's build. Remember, guys, if you're kind of worried about like, oh, she won't have the Blink Charm at the final build, remember that A, Monolith doesn't really get to endgame very much, and B, that's a last card that you get rid of. So you're gonna have Blink Charm for like 90% of the match. So by the end game, by the time you are actually 60 CP, you should be grouping up. You should be able to, team should be able to support you. And I think Sparrow, if like, she's a beast if you get her going. If you get her going, if you have a Decker, if you have a Steel or a Rampage just for those stuns for the crowd control, I think she definitely has the potential, in my opinion, to be the best Ranger. Decker fence into some stuns from, like, it's just stupid. She's the only one with a piercing AoE basic attack. Are you serious? Yeah, so there you guys go. 800 DPS, 798, something like that. It's messed up. It's messed up. The only thing, no pierce, no penetration, because take a look at this. What are these options? It's not, I can't make it work. I can't make it work for the life of me. None of these, it's a whole equipment slot, so then you can't get enough. It doesn't work. So, you know, hopefully somebody has Shred, somebody, you know, you should focus down casters first, and then fighters, and then your, you know, tank supports. Preferably, obviously, your Ranger, but they have the highest base armor, so I struggle with that one. They have the highest base armor, but they're obviously a high priority, so I would say casters, then Rangers, then fighters, and then your tanks and supports. That's your target priority, but of course, whatever. Yeah, so there you guys go. That is the build. The 10% lifesteal. I don't like more than that, simply because if you wanted to make this 20% lifesteal, you would need 4 more CP, which is close to 100 DPS. And I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that 20% is going to save you in a team fight anyways. Yeah, it's going to save you in a 1v1, but I think 100 DPS might actually be better in a 1v1. I like 10% just so that when you do get into a skirmish or something, or a team fight, and you win, you can just go straight back into lane, regenerate off that 10%, because 20% is not going to save you in a team fight anyways. At least in my opinion, I would rather have that damage, which is Sparrow's job, which is your job as a Marauder, as a carry. So I think that serves very well. I think that's a valid point and argument. There you go, that's the build. Gore.gg link is in the description below. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Leave a comment down below what you think of this build. Remember that Blink Charm is there for a majority. I think a lot of people are going to say that. Penetration, I can't make it work. It just, that equipment slot is too valuable. The rest of the things on the cards, it's just not enough. Fist of Kings is way too much penetration for her. She can only use 4 to 6 CP of pen, so that's way too much pen anyways. It doesn't work. So there you guys go. Please leave a comment down below what do you think of this, and subscribe if you guys like this content, found it useful, or simply just enjoyed it. Please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.